Hi, my name's Daryl. Now, I'm in the process of searching for a used Jeep Wrangler, and I've been doing tons of research. And as a YouTuber, I just feel like it's my responsibility to kind of share the knowledge that I'm gaining as I go forward. And so if you are in the market for a used Jeep Wrangler, I hope some of the information that I put together really help you with the process. So one of the things that have always concerned me about searching for a used vehicle is dishonest sellers. So there are sellers out there that have a car and it's got engine diagnostic code. So basically there's something wrong with the engine. And if you don't know, you can get rid of those diagnostic codes by either disconnecting the battery and leave it disconnected and then reconnecting it, or using some sort of a scan tool to get rid of that engine diagnostic code. Now, if you've ever done this and took it to a smog station, you will know that it wouldn't pass, or they would automatically say that it isn't ready for emissions testing, because basically it takes a number of days for your vehicle to run. So a number of days, probably a certain amount of miles for your vehicle to run for it to be ready for emissions testing. Typically, during that time, any of those diagnostic codes that you had will eventually come back. But one of the nice things that's included with the Wrangler, as well as probably any Chrysler Stellantis vehicle, is they actually have a tool or test that you can do as part of just starting the engine that lets you check to see if it is ready for smog, or if somebody did actually disconnect the battery just recently to try to get rid of any codes. So I want to cover that with you today. Now, you should know that all of this information, it's not secret. It's included in every owner's manual for the Wrangler and any other vehicle that probably supports this particular test. So yeah, there really is a benefit to reading the owner's manual. All right, so how to test for this is you basically just turn the ignition to the on position. Now, you don't actually start up the engine, so it's kind of like one click and then one more click. Okay, and then you will get a series of kind of lights. You're going to get the check engine light or the malfunction indicator light will show up, and one of two things will happen at this point. After approximately 15 seconds, that light will potentially start blinking, and it will blink for about 10 seconds. Then it will go back to being fully illuminated without blinking. If it does this, that means basically it is not ready for emissions testing, and that means somebody had disconnected the battery. Now, if it just basically stays solid, then that means that it is ready for emissions testing and you're good to go. Now, this test won't do everything. So there are some, bad actors out there that can remove a code, and perhaps it's more of an intermittent code that won't come back soon enough after the smog happens and it's ready for a smog. And so for those particular errors, you really need some sort of a scan tool. And I'm actually going to be doing a video where I'm going to be using the Blue Driver scan tool. It's relatively cheap, about 90 bucks or so. And there are tools out there specifically for Jeeps with software like JScan where you can do certain things. But the only problem with JScan is it's kind of tied down to a specific vehicle. And so I'm going to be using the Blue Driver instead, that you could kind of use when you're doing a search for a used Jeep Wrangler. But if you don't have a tool, or if you don't want to purchase one, this is a really good test. So if there's somebody out there that just went ahead and just removed that diagnostic code, really quickly you can check just by turning on the engine if somebody actually had disconnected the battery. So if you did learn something in this video, please like it. And I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of Jeep content, basically, or Wrangler content, giving advice on how to purchase a used Jeep Wrangler. And so yeah, consider subscribing so you don't miss any of that upcoming content. And I hope to see you in the next one again very soon.